Hello, swing trading evening daily routine. You can either do this routine at the end of the day or early in the morning before the market open, or you do it at the end of the day after the market close, or if you didn't have time to do it, you do it early in the morning before the market open that day. So you will pull your transactions from your account, your brokerage account, and you can download it as a CSV and save it, and you will record it in your swing trading spreadsheet, and then you analyze the chart. So we are going to go through our swing trading strategy, and the stocks that we trade, that we put on our watch list, they are upward stocks of large cap companies that went public before 2008, or 15 years ago. So on our watch list, on the stock watch list, you can have about 60 to 70 stocks, and you can just swing trade over and over the same stocks, and that's what we do. And I found about 68 stocks to be the right spot for me to always find something on that list to trade most of the time. And the time frame that we swing trade on is 1 year daily chart. But we use the maximum monthly chart to actually pick those stocks to put on the watch list, and to start trading them we'll use maximum daily chart, and after that we will use 1 year daily chart for daily chart analysis. Buy. You buy at the first green bar after a pullback on uptrend trajectory of the stocks. Amount per trade, we set $2,000, or I found 5% of the account value to be the right spot for us. And for small account, you can use $300 per trade, up to 5% of the account, whichever is higher. For instance, my kids' account, they have about $3,000 in it, and most of that was invested in dividend stocks, so they have about $1,000 at the beginning of the year to swing trade when I was teaching them how to swing trade, and I set $300 per trade for them. So, and that $300 over a $3,000 account is about 10% or so, but then is $300 out of $1,000 available to actually trade with. And little by little, as they sell those dividend stocks that became profitable, they free more cash to work with. But I found $300 minimum to be a good amount per trade, so that you can reach a minimum profit quickly to sell it and repeat the process again. So, but then by the time that 5% of the account is higher than 300, you can upgrade that $300 to 5% the account, the value of your account, whichever is higher. So minimum profit target is $25 for $200 trade, $2,000 trade. Even for trade that costs more than $2,000, I just go with that $25 minimum profit. And if you are spending about $300 per trade, you might want to just aim for $5. When you have $5 profit or so, you can just sell it, lock in that $5, and repeat the process again. That $5, after you pay a few cents fee, will increase the account value from 300 that you have there to 304 and some changes, and you repeat the process again. So by having $5, you will be able to buy and sell quickly, and then repeat it again, so that you can swing trade often to practice the strategy you are using, to see that strategy is working, if it's aligned with your value, your personality type, your risk tolerance, and if it can get you to your financial goal over time. And we just keep tweaking it, improving that strategy, and going forward. and you keep investing some of your paycheck every month in the account, and before you know it, that $300 you start with will continue to grow. Sell 3 consecutive green bar days or minimum profit target is reached. So $25 for $2,000 trade, or if you have 3 consecutive bar, a green day bar, you just sell and lock in whatever that profit is. So each time I'm selling something that I purchase, I like to remember those 2 rules, because again, when you have a good amount of profit, you wonder if it is a good thing to sell it or not. Okay, so yeah, no, it's 1 year daily chart I'm looking for here. 1 year daily chart. Okay, so I think because when you have a nice profit, you'll wonder if you want to leave it for more, if the next day will be more. And I had to ask myself, I'm not here to make the maximum profits out there to make on that trade. I'm just here to lock in some of that profits. By trying to reach the maximum profit, yes, you can reach it, and sometimes you may not reach it, but you will lose that money. It will go down, and you have to wait longer for that to go back up. If you are swing trading, you want to buy and sell on one swing. And by swing, you can see those zigzag. So if I assume going up is zing, going down is the zag, you want to buy and sell on the zing is the strategy that I tend to go with. I don't wait for that to start going down before I sell it. That's why I have about 3 days. But every stocks that you are trading and every trend line that you are trading it on will have different averages of green bars. Green bar means that is the bar that is senior that the price went up that day, because when the market opened, the price that stock was selling, when the market closed at the end of the day, the price that is sold at the end of the day was higher than the price it started selling at the beginning of the day. So that will on my chart, those bars are colored green, and the day that the price that the market closed was lower than the price the market opens, those days the bar will be red. Again, is a daily chart, so every single bar is 1 day worth of activities. So you can see that between a pullback, which are the red one, you have 3, you have multiple here. So you can look at the trend line you are trading on to see what is going on there, what is the average green bars there, to see if it's good for you to sell it after 2 days, after 3 days, or if you can wait longer, and so forth. Otherwise, I just use that 3 days as a default. But again, if I reach my maximum profit, I will be out of it. And I don't know what is going on this. It seems like I bought it. It's not showing that I sold it. And I'm seeing a high rate here. But anyway, now first let's get back to our analysis here. The first thing will be to record our transactions. So we pull our history, and we have them saved. Now we need to record them, and it is for November 25, 2024. And let's minimize the screen a little bit so that we can have 2 Excel sheets on the screen for us to work with. So we have our daily transaction spreadsheet open. We are going to open our swing trading workbook as well. So the first one sold is RPM. So RPM let's go to this side and let's make few things smaller so that we can see more on our screen. So R will be on the R section. We have our stocks are in an alphabetical order using their symbol. So we'll go in the R. And we can see, in fact, we are in the sold columns. Let's go to the left where we have the purchases. We will see when we bought it, and we'll to see how long it took us to sell it and how much. Together we can see how much profit was made on it. So RPM, the last one, it was on 11/14 that we bought it, and we at 135. Let's take the commitment amount out of there, and we sold it on the 25, that 15 shares for 140. So it's about $5 profit. You see why I like to copy the amount, because sometimes you can have multiple decimal there. Instead of just 96, it's more than that. So it's $5 profit. So less how much one costs. One costs $135. So if you have $300 in your account, $135, you won't be charged any fee to buy. So you buy one share about $135, $136. You sell it for $140. That's $5 profit. You sell it, you lock in that $5, maybe $4 with few cents pay in fees, and you repeat the process again with the next stocks that you come across, and that will give you some incentive to, to find a little bit more from your paycheck that you can send to your investment account, so that you can continue growing your capital to swing trade. So the fee is 6 cents. We bought 15 shares, and that's $76 profit there. So you'll notice that as you start buying more share of a stock, you'll make higher profit quicker than if you got one share. Because if you have $1,000, for instance, to trade, or $300 to trade with, will you buy 3 different stocks that cost about $100, or you will spend that $300 on one stock? Is something you'll have to decide for yourself. But I found $300 per trade is a good one, so that you can reach that $5 profit quicker. And in this instance, if you spend $300, maybe you'll buy 2 shares or so, and you'll have about $10 profit. But again, it's something you'll have to determine based on your risk tolerance. If you have $300, if you will spend it all on one stocks, or if you will split it between 3. But I found that if you have about $1,000 in your account, it's good to allocate $300 per trade. So that means $300 for whatever you are going to buy, to spend within that $300, and not more than that, so that you can buy more than one stocks with that $1,000 that you have, so that if it turns south and goes down, you have to wait for that to go back up. So the remaining $900, you'll be able to find something to buy in the meantime. So this one we are done with it. We'll go to BKNG. So let's stay on the sell session and go all the way to BKNG. Now BKNG, we bought it. I don't know if you recall, but the previous few days ago, like the Friday evening routine that we did in the morning of Saturday, and that will be the recording for the 22nd. We did analysis of some stocks, and we bought 4 of them. And when I went to work, I took my external drive to use it with another computer of mine that I took to work. And when I tried to open my folders to access my stock watch list, I couldn't find it, because I was a little bit fast closing the computer I'm using right now, and I closed files on it, like the record keeping file that I'm scrolling up on right now. I closed things hastily on it before I left for work with that external drive and another laptop. I don't know if that's what happened, but I couldn't open my external drive that I'm using on that computer. Like, I couldn't open that file. I couldn't find this record keeping file spreadsheet and watch list spreadsheet. And I said, wow, that would be like November work that I didn't back up, that I have to recreate, re-entered from September file that I saved. But thankfully, when I came home and I opened it, I found it. So it's now the file and I lost. But what happened is, when I couldn't find it, my first thought was, oh, I couldn't trade. But then I said, wait a minute, I record a video when I analyze these charts, and I scrolled through the chart, the stock watch list to state the stocks that we highlighted to buy on Monday. So I went to the video and I opened it and scrolled to the end, and thankfully I was able to find that spot easily, and I just used a paper and I wrote down those 4 stocks that I talk about, and I analyzed the chart, and all of them pulled back except BKNG. BKNG was the only one that showed the first green bar, and I make a purchase for it. But after I placed the order, it went through. Few minutes later, that green bar became red, and I said, okay. But then closer to the end of the day, I checked it, it was green, and I don't know how it ended the day because I turned things off. And we will see when we analyze the chart how this one, if yesterday was a green bar days at the end of the day or not. But it can happen when you will see a green bar, you'll buy it, and later by the end of the day it will be a red one, or you will see a red bar, you won't buy it, that you'll say, oh, it's still continue to pull back, but then by the end of the day it will be green. So this one we bought it on the 25th yesterday, so we copied the previous one to pull down, and we are going to use the price here. The price went up, so we are going to record our commitment, and we are going to just clean up the sold side of the spreadsheet so that when we sold it, we have the number. But because we pull a report from here, it's good to take those things out of there so that it does not affect, I shouldn't have done that, it does not affect your report that you are pulling from this, because the profit will be calculating using the sell which you didn't sell is 0 minus your cost, then that will give you a big negative number there. So now we have this one. We'll go to the next one, UGI. So UGI is a stock with dividend here. So that means we purchase it for dividend purposes, and we reinvest the dividend for a while before we turn off that dividend to just have the cash in. But because we reinvested some dividend, we are going to record those. So that is a dividend stocks, but we are going to record it as well on our spreadsheet. So it's going to be about the U. And when you have something like that, it's good to put the history on that particular stock. And I did that, and we'll go to it to make that entry. If we can find the U session, I think it will be close to URI. We have a U on our swing trading stock watch list. And as you can see, we trade the same stocks over and over and over. And by having about 60 to 70 stocks on your watch list, you don't need to keep looking for stocks to add to create a watch list. You just have enough bank of stocks that you can just shrink over and over and over if you do not have time to keep searching for stocks. And if I do not have stocks on my watch list to trade, I narrow down about 200 or so of stocks to that 68. So I still have those on the spreadsheet, but I have not really found the need to go look for stocks to add to it. I add few at some point. Is when I add Visa and MasterCard, because they didn't meet that 2008 threshold, but they are good companies, so I add them. So what I'm going to do with this one, UGI, we are going to make some updates here, and that name is going to change. We can copy and paste it, or we can just type a corporation. We will clean up the one we copy, and here we can just put 11, 25, 24. That's how I fill up that spreadsheet. They state those out of there. And how much did we sell it for? 29.44. We can copy 29.44 to have, and that's it. So now we are going to duplicate that row for the number of times they pay us dividend. So we are going to go to UGI, and we do have a long list of them here. Okay, so the first time we bought it was in 2023, and maybe to make it easier for us to see, we can highlight some rows that we are going to work with. That's when we bought it, and dividend that got reinvested row will be this one. And we bought it again, and then they pay us dividend. The way the transaction goes is when they pay us dividend is when the Charles Schwab purchase share with that dividend income. Because we chose to reinvest it, we check that button to reinvest it. So when they place the order to buy stocks, to buy shares with it, they will have that. So, and they pay us here, it got reinvested here, and those are the lines that we are going to register. So they pay us here, it got reinvested there, and those are the number of lines we will create on our spreadsheet because it got reinvested at different prices. So now they pay us there. At that point, we turn off reinvestment dividend button because we are swing trading, and I just find it annoying to that have to record those things. And since I'm selling those dividend stocks when they are profitable so that I can free cash for swing trading, I just turn it off at some point, which was like around April or so, because they pay us and it didn't get reinvested. And then we have when we sold it. So for the longest time it was negative in the account. And you can see we bought it at 36 and some dividend got purchased around 24. So that tells you that it was negative shortly after we bought it. And now that it became, in fact, for the amount we sold it for, when we are entering every single one of them, some of them will be negative. In overall, we made some profit, and that is one instance I will say that I sold things for a loss unintentionally. But sometimes I will, before I will sell something, I will try to see how much I bought it, so that I can keep an eye on the price, so that when the price exceeds the original price or the highest price that I pay for the shares, then I can sell it. That way I know that for sure, for the amount that I pay for it, I exceed that, or for the dividend I got reinvested, the highest price among those reinvestment, or when I bought it, the price that I sold it, sometimes I make sure the price is higher. But that means I had to put this history to check before I made a decision to sell, and then I'll just keep an eye on that. But I didn't mind selling it because in overall it made a profit and I was okay with it. But we'll see when now we are doing the recording if we really made a profit, because clearly how much we pay for it, how much we sold it, it doesn't seem like it. But we'll see what made us have that profit. It could be this 27 here that we bought more of versus 36 that we bought few of, could have made that difference. So let's get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, so when we come back here, we can just copy this one. So what we can take out of my issue with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of now be able to open a file and thinking that I lost the file is, if you are not saving your files in a cloud, make extra copy of files that you open often. I'm talking about document files that you open often, so that if it is corrupt, because it's saying the spreadsheet was corrupt, I didn't even see those to open, but when I came home to check and I found them, and I was grateful, God, thank God that I found it. There was another spreadsheet that I lost. It said it got corrupt, couldn't open it, and I lost 2 weeks worth of work. It's YouTube record spreadsheet video that I create and I file them. I like to keep a record of those files in a spreadsheet, and 2 weeks of my recording lost. But I'll be able to re-add them again if I think hard. But yeah, it's good to save your things every few days if possible. So this one we are going to start with 3/8 if you are not saving in a cloud. So 2023 is more than a year ago. So this one we bought 5 shares at 36.78. And what we are going to do from here is the next one we are just going to copy those two. In fact, because they are back to back, we can copy it like this, and we can just paste value. Okay, so now that we did that, let's put the dates. No, it didn't work out the way I wanted. So okay, so because since I want things to be in a chronological order, we won't be able to do it that way. Okay, let's paste value. Can you not do that? Okay, let's paste value. Let's copy this one. face value. And the day is 4/4/23, 5/19/23, 6/9/23. Let's make sure. And we move a little bit. Okay, so we have those. Now the next one is this one. Let's copy that and paste value. My mouse pad is so sensitive to touch. So the next one, space value, and the next one, space value, and the first date is 7/5/23, 10/3/23, 1/3/24. We recorded dividend earned in 2024. Let's go. We shouldn't have done that. Okay, so let's go up. Okay, and then we sold it. So let's go down a little bit to check our numbers here. Make sure we have our dates. Okay. Oh, so that means this one we don't need this row. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I delete that one. And we can check our numbers here. So the first one is 183.90, $1. Okay, 1780, 880, 37, 38. So from here, what I like to do as well, so I can make things easier for us, let's make this red. Okay, so we sold it, and we are just going to put that 10 cents fee that we paid, and I think that's what that is, 10 cents fee. We can just put it in one spot, so 0.10. Why not? Everything else is going to be 0. So let's go to here. Oh, how much we sold it for? Yeah, I should have put how much we sold it for before I copy that. Yeah, we do have it. And oh well, I need to copy the shares. That makes sense. Not that one, but this. So let's copy. And let's paste. Okay, and it's going to calculate those. We have the 10 cents that we paid there. We have those total, and it's showing us some losses there. That is the first one that we paid, 183.80, 183.94. Then the second one, we have a loss there as well, $34 a share. And everything else became positive because everything else got purchased at a lower price than we sold it for. This one is $39.34. We sold it for $39.44. So now if we take all of this, it's giving us a profit of $93.49. So that's what the profit was, and I just decided to sell it. And these tend to kind of skew our things for us though. When we have a negative 20% return here, let's see how it works. Okay, the return became 35.33. I have no idea, but anyway, let's leave it like that. But that is how, for dividend stocks that are sold, that's how I'll do the record keeping of it. Because they got reinvested those dividends at different prices, that's how I like to do it. So now let's go back. So we'll go here and we'll just go down a little bit, and I will just put record 11/25/24 so that I know that I actually did that recording. So now BNS, so I should have pulled BNS. Why I didn't do it? Did I pull it? No, I didn't pull it. So that's something I will have to pull. So that I know how much I sold it for. Okay, so let's go and record it. It was the dividend stocks that we purchased. Why I didn't put it? Because it was dividend stocks, it's not going to be in our spreadsheet. And by the way, this UGI, that's something I need to add it to the other sheet as well. Let me have it in red here, so that I know that I need to add it to my summary report task, so tab, so that it can pull data for that stocks to those tabs. Because it's not something I'm trading. Every single one of those stocks, I had to add it to other tabs on the spreadsheet, the workbook that I'm working on, that I'm scrolling on right now. A new stocks that I have never purchased before won't be among this, and I had to add it to here and add it to the others. So BN will be at the end. So I'm just going to copy BL, and I'm going to do that, and we are going to use it for BNS. That's why it's good to have those in alphabetical order instead of chronological order, those stocks, so that if you purchase a stocks, you can go to that area to see if you already have it in your if you have been buying it for a while or not, or if that's a new one. And this is a bank, Novasco F. For a while it has been positive, and I didn't want to sell it. I just wanted to leave it there because the dividend earning was a little bit high. But yesterday I just decided to just sell it, and but yeah, it's like 4 or 5% dividend. So 200, we don't know how many shares we have here. Okay, 10. Okay, but I don't know how much I bought it originally, so I had to look it up. But we can go to when we sold it, and we sold 10 in yeah, let's just add it. It's going to skew our numbers a little bit because it's not going to show up. How much we bought it. So we're going to think we made that much of profit, but we didn't. 2 cents for the fee. So I'm going to leave it like that until I update how much I bought it, so that I can calculate the profit on that. So it is something that I need to look up for another tool. So URI, that one we have it, we sold it. Let's go to U. And swing trading requires some activity of your from you. You know, it's not passive in the sense that you are buying, you are selling, you are buying, you are selling. It's good to do those record. You can actually put your data, add it to your spreadsheet, and pull report from it. I just found that the type of report that I pull on this in this workbook, when I do that, I pull different type of report that is different from this one. And since I'm learning to swing trade, there is some report that I pull with my manual daily entry that is worth doing, so that I can analyze my swing trading strategy to check for room for improvement. And it takes time, and the time that you spend is not really that you are spending that time actually performing the trading activities, but it's what you do after the market close that takes time. So URI, we bought it. The last time we bought it was November 21. We bought 3 shares. We can take the commitment out of there. We sold it on the 25. We sold 3 shares. And we will see how we did with this one. The fee is 7 cents. $85 profit, or 3.4%. And this profit rate is just taking that 85.64 divided by how much we pay for it, $2,500. You can see it's $25 profit target, but it excelled it, so we sold it, or it exceeded it, so we sold it. So the next one is T-Mobile. So we'll go in the T. It's good to know your alphabet, because after you don't go down to find T, you go up. So we bought it. Did we sell? Yeah, we bought it on the 18. 12 shares. Let's take that commitment out of there, and we sold it on the 25. 12 shares. Let's see here. Again, we have 3 decimal point there. Three decimal digits after the decimal point. So copy and paste will give us the exact amount, and the fee is 8 cents. We made $29 on that, or 1% return. So the next one is TJX. I'm sorry, I'm going to wake my daughter up so that she can shower. It's 5 in the morning. And I'm back. So TJX J, we have to go up. It's right there. So we sold it. Okay, so we have a spot for it already. We bought it on the 15, 20 shares. Let's take the commitment out of there. Then we sold it on the 25. You can see our holding time is 20 shares. If you held it longer than 3 days or so, chances are it's because it goes south after we bought it instead of going north. So it went south instead of north. Okay, so for a while before. So let's see how much we pay for it. When you are selling it, you set a limit price. I don't say 3-digit decimal point for limit price, but I think it sells it at the best price, because I said that price that it will not sell it at a price lower than that amount. When you use limits, when you are buying or selling stocks, when you are selling stocks, that means you don't want to sell it at a price lower than that price that you sell. So that's why if you found a number that is 3 digits, you will sell it because it was a higher than what we sell at. If you are buying and you set a limit, that means you don't want to pay more than that price you put down. So we have 7 cents as well. Okay, let's get that one out of there. 0.07. I'm using a computer that is wider, 17 inches, I believe, but they put a narrow right underneath one on the left side of the screen, that to press one, I press, that's where 0 should have been. They put about the right arrow there, and I just tend to keep touching it by mistake. So the next one is going to be SR. SR pay dividend. The guy that reinvested tells me that we bought it for dividend purposes, dividend income purposes. So that means there will be a big chance that it is now on did we see how much we made on this one? Yeah, so we have a 20, is it that one? It'll be this one, right? So we made, oh, $89. Did we talk about it? We made $89 or 3.72% on that. Okay, so we are going to go look for SR, and we don't have XR, ST, so that means it will be up. We won't have SR in here. We are going to add it. So R will be where? OP, R will be before Y. You see how I'm trying to figure out my letters, where they are or should be. I don't get it right every time, so I have some stocks here that are not quite well excuse me, organized, but I'm trying to minimize those so that I can locate them easily when they are organized well. So this one, we are going to take that out of there. SR, we are going to put the name expired. Don't know what it does. Don't even bother checking what those stocks does before I buy them. I just record the sector they are in, the industry, the sector, the sub industry. But it takes a while for me to actually wonder what the companies that I keep buying actually does for a living. and then I'll go read about it. But until then, as long as it keeps making money and giving me some, I'm okay. So I'm going to make this one red. So how much we sold it, let's add it there before we duplicate this. So now how much we bought it, but now the shares, we'll copy the share and paste it later from the sales side. You see we have 4 digits there after the decimal point. Let's do that. And now we have it here, the history, like the way we did AGI. We paid a penny. Okay, we bought it in 2023. In 2023 we invested in dividend stock for dividend purposes. In 2024 we swing trade. So we are going to quickly get those yellow highlighters here. That we got a dividend that got reinvested on that date. We bought again, the price went down probably, and we say, you know what, let's buy some more. And then we got dividend, we reinvested, and let's see here, and dividend got reinvested to what price, we'll find out. And dividend got reinvested, and from that point we say enough. Excuse me, let's leave those cash in. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we need 6 rows. Let's copy this one, that'll be 1 2. It's not what we want. Oh, come on, can you now be doing that? Changing row size. So 1 2 3 4, that's enough. You see how 1 2 3 4 5, then I'll be 6. Computer is so agitated. You touch the mouse pad and it is excited to work, to move around. So the first one was 3 8 23. The second one was 4 5 23. The third one is 6 14 23. I don't know, the next one, lost track, is 23. The next one is 10 4 23. The next one is 1 4 24. Okay, so I hope I got my numbers right. So now let's work with those things here. Let's copy and paste. Then we just copy and paste values so that we don't get formatting in here. So those two things happen together. Oh, come on. I have a mouse I could use. Some reason I want to keep using the pad. And this is just the only computer that I have that does that. So agitated. Don't buy a brainless computer because it's on sale. Even my husband bought it because it was a good deal. Yeah, I don't know. I told him, let's not do that again. In fact, at work, there is one of my training that we have a list of companies that you can buy technology from, because again, buying technology from some resellers can increase your risk of having like your I don't know how to say, like they might put something in it, don't that's true, but that's just my way of interpreting it. Put something in it that somebody somewhere in the world somewhere could actually access your information. That's just the way I'm interpreting it. It's not the way the training put it, but therefore to minimize data, I don't know how it's called, breach, still not using the right word. There is some reputable sources that they advise to buy technology from. Best Buy is one of those. I think there is a company, CDWR. I'm not sure, that's a technology, so I'm not sure about Best Buy. So I tend to buy certain things from Best Buy. But this one came from Walmart, but I think I don't think it was sold by Walmart itself. But like, yeah, so those websites that not the company itself but other vendors can sell on that platform, they discourage to buy technology from those sources. I think it depends on the technology, like computer for instance, that I think. And I think that's a good advice, because buying brandless computer can work, but I don't know, this is so agitated. So now we have those things here. Let's just check our things here. 340, 360, 64, 3, 4, and 4. We should have put that date so that we don't, anything that you are doing in your business, if you have a business, even if you are a swing trader as well, something that you'll have to do multiple times, see if there is a step in the process that you can capture as a template. That way you won't have to keep doing the same things when you are going to perform that process. That's why to record those different things, I try to update the first row so that I can copy it down and just use it. That way I'll have many more update to do, but I forgot the dates. Okay, so now we need to copy the shares. And we can just paste it there. And the fee is what, a penny. We can just put on the first one, and that's it. And let's see how we did. So the profit for this one, every single thing is a profit here. That's nice. Should we have sold it? Okay, so let's see. We made $37.51. And those are the profit rates on them. Let's see if that works so far, because again, if you're working in spreadsheet, time to time save your work as well, because those are things that you can lose as well if you don't have auto save on. And since mine is kind of off here, yeah, let's do that. So we have this one done. Let's get down. Hold on, let me make sure I have my unit price. Yes, I have it. So let's go down and do recording. Let's sign or stamp our recording tab. now we are going to go to RSG. Do you see how for this day, for the number of things that we sold, do you see how long it's taking us to get it done? Yeah, some days you'll spend more time doing your record keeping, and some days you'll spend less time doing your record keeping. R will go up. And today is an example of a day you spend more than 30 minutes doing your record keeping. I don't know how long we did it so far, but hey, it is real time here. We are not speeding anything. So we sold it, so we don't need to copy that row. We just need to go find, we bought it on the 13th. Just need to go to that row and go sell it. 11, 25, 24. It is 11 shares. And again, it's good to do it at the end of the day. If you are not sure, you wake up early in the morning to do it, to do your record keeping and your analysis. I like to do that in the evening, but for recording, video recording purposes, I prefer to do it in the morning so that I can have some sleep, wake up, shower, and then start my day and do this recording. And yesterday I couldn't have done it because I was exhausted. So for this one, we made $33.26 or 1.4% on it. So yesterday after work, my husband and I, we took the kids to store. It was the month that they will buy snacks, so we allocate $8 a person for them to shop within to buy ice cream. The tax is not included, so that they can learn a little bit of finances and they can have their own snack for a while too. So we spent about an hour there at Walmart. When we came home, I served dinner, and I was just, I didn't want to do a recording at the end of the day. I had a video that I needed to publish, and I focused on that to get that down. So FDS is the next one, but it was just my youngest one purchased chips instead, and purchased multiple chips with that, and have 50 cents left that he spent on banana, and they went there with calculator so that they can calculate different price combinations that will get them close to their $8. My middle one, I think she bought a gallon of ice cream and some pastries. She got that idea that since she asked me if I'm going to get a gallon of ice cream, and I said yes. It was like $7.24. That's why we said $8 per person. And she said if she can have the change. And I didn't think she would come up with that idea. For that reason, I said yes. But it's just those kids. They are so smart. Like, they keep testing their boundaries. I gave them $8 to spend within. She got that idea that she can spend my change. And I said, why would she spend my change? She said, well, I don't spend it. She doesn't get it that it saves me money when I don't spend all of my $8. That's more money left in the checking account. So, and I just say yes, she can have it. So we bought this one on the 18th, and we sold it on the 25th. So my oldest one said, okay, they are going to split that 88 cents or whatever that change is. And I said no, they can just, if everybody has some change left in their $8, they can put it together with mine and buy something. Otherwise, the mirror try that came with that idea and guess it. So, and I don't know how they did it, frankly. As long as they spend within the $8 that I allocate them, I didn't give them cash. So, and spend my change, I'm fine with it. but I think everything total to $36 or so after some discount got used. So this one, but it's just a little bit to teach them how they can spend within an allocated budget and let them pick their snacks. And we have a 3/4 things going on, and I think I'm changing it to 2 months, like one every month of the quarter going on, but I'm changing it to, I don't know, we'll see. So 2 months ago it was a restaurant turn, but we didn't go to a restaurant. We noticed that it costs about $150 or so, no, $100 or so, or $150, I have no idea. When we go to a restaurant once every quarter, it's something we started this year, 2024, after not going to a restaurant for years to pay off our debts. So this one, we made $36 profit at 1.90% return. But then I say, you know what, we are not going to go to a restaurant, but we can allocate about $100 or so and go to the store and everybody pick dinner ingredients so that we can come home and cook it. And we will cook every dinner. Like when we cook somebody's ingredient, it will be the meal for everyone. So we'll just put everything on the shelf and freezers and just roll them off, do that. And we did it one time already. So I think next month might be that again. And again, it allowed them to spend within their budget. So giving them, I don't know how much we allocate. I think we allocate $15 a person, because we think when we go to a restaurant, it costs about $15 for dishes that we pick a person before the tips and tax. So if that is applied to things, my husband pick up the tab. So, and $15 is what we allocated last time. It was just amazing to see how they were doing. My husband and my oldest one, they joined the funding to buy a big box of hamburger patties. I was thinking more 10-pound tube, but he said that box cost less than the tube. But I think the fat in the box was higher, but the one with that and bought some bun as well. And I think somebody has some change in there, $15, and they were able to buy, to add a few cents to theirs and buy extra bun for some juice. So yeah, it's just amazing. If you have kids, you can teach them a little bit of financial literacy by coming up with, you know, something on your own that they can have interest in, where you give them choices, and try to put financial literacy in practice. Does that make sense? I'm not saying it right. I think what I'm looking for, I hid it here. I kept scrolling around, but it's hidden. So we bought this stock, and it's a stock I don't like much to trade, but my husband traded multiple times over the years that he likes it, and we bought it. I tried to swing trade it. My swing trading strategy didn't work for it because it's a stocks that fluctuate quite a bit. It's not uptrend, and we have a learning lesson here. It's not uptrend stocks, therefore it didn't. Let's come to it when we get there. It didn't really, my swing trading rule didn't work on it well. We traded multiple times this year just fine, not multiple times, but few times. But when we bought it again, it went south after that, and my husband wanted to use that money to do something, and went and sold half the number of shares we have there at a loss. And I was not happy with that, because he knows that we don't sell stocks at a loss. So the remaining share became positive and I just sold it yesterday. So you see, we bought it in February and it went south from there. After buying it in January, February, it went south from there. My swing trading strategy didn't work for those type of being swing of being those companies that fluctuate quite a bit. It didn't work with it. So we sold it 445. Okay, he didn't sell half of it, but he sold about amount to get the dollar amount that he wanted to take out. And so yesterday it was $85, and I just sold the rest. It's a travel airline, and it tends to be seasonal. It has a seasonal behavior that in summertime it reaches the highest point. In December and January it will hit a peak as well. And that is the tendency that I noticed for it. We sold it more than once before. We sold it last year as well. But the swing trading didn't work for it. My 52 weeks low and 52 weeks high trading strategy, that is the strategy we used for it in the past, and it worked. But I didn't really feel confident swing trading this company stocks because it keeps going down and down. Like the peak keep going either lower highs and lower highs over the years. So if I look at this, we have about 3,000 negative there because of that big loss that my husband sold the stock to get some money out of there. So that is 4.80%. He got some inheritance, if that's what it's called, from his grandma passing a few years ago. And then I told him we are going to invest the money, we are not going to spend it, and we invest it. And he really liked this company, and we put a good amount of that, if not all of it, in this one. And he turned around. Instead of waiting for that to become positive, he got impatient. He has a green color personality as one of the first two color personality. He's green, no, not green, orange and blue are the two first color personality of his, I think. And that orange, people tend to be on the risky side. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. There is assignment in it for them. So he has something in mind to do with the money. So he didn't want to wait, and he went and sold it at a loss. So, and that is that. So this concludes our record keeping. Let's save our work here. And there is another stock, this one that we need to so I have those two. Oh, this is the Allegiant one. Yeah, I pull a report on it. Let's see here. It should be able to show up. We have been in this account, we have been trading it for a while, since 2022, at least that things allow us. But it was in 2024 that we started swing trading it. And my swing trading strategy, again, a lesson here for others, it works well for upward stocks. And I want to just keep upward stocks because that swing trading strategy, it does not work for this type of swing. So our 52 weeks low, 52 weeks high strategy is what we use prior years. 24 we use swing trading. It worked for some of them, and didn't work for the February purchase. It only worked for the January and February, but then the next February purchase didn't work. It didn't work for it. It went down from there. So now that we have this down, we are going to see if we have our numbers right. And we'll go to monthly profit here. Do you see this discrepancy? Is because I have new stocks that I didn't enter in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. Do you see those highlighted one? I'm holding control on my computer and I'm going to click on them. I highlight those tabs so that I know the one that I need to add stocks to. So I will go to this one and I'm going to scroll down. First, let's see what we have to add. So BUS. Let's see what we. So B, we are in the B here. BN. It'll be here. So I'm going to copy. Excuse me. So I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to just insert copy cell. When I do that, it's going to add it to all those tabs that I highlighted. And it's good to save your entry so that if you mess something up, you save some of your work. And you can take a few seconds to duplicate that row for us. And we'll change it to BNS if I record right. BNS. Okay, we have it, and we are just going to put BNS. Okay, so we are going to hope it did the work for us, and we are going to continue to S. And on this report, those report tabs, you have the stocks only once here. We have our daily tab where we make our daily entries, but here we only have the stock represented once. So again, having them in order allows you to not double any stock here. Otherwise you'll pull the number twice to it. So SR will be somewhere here. So let's copy this one and add it. Insert copy cell. And those things sometimes can crash your spreadsheet, so it's good to save those. So it's SR, I believe, and let's save. And what is under? Let's see, that's SR. Yeah, SR. Now UGI. U will go down, and we can copy UG and paste insert copy cell to create UGI. And hopefully it will add those on the other tab for us as well that I highlighted or selected. Okay. UGI. Okay, so now we are going to click on another tab that we didn't select so we can deselect everything, and we can just click on here and go see if we will find those things that we added. You see that BNS is there, UGI, I have the SR. We have the UGI. So now we can go back up and see if it fits our problem here. If it does not, I will work on it later. Oh, it fixed it. So that was the issue. So that's how when you have discrepancy, you know, because I'm putting those total, one is storing in all the total here, the other is pulling it from our daily tab. The profit is summarizing the profit tab for us based on the week. If we have our dates entered properly. So by tracking it two ways allows me to know if things are adding up properly. So now we are done with our record keeping. We are going to do our stock analysis. That will be the third part of our daily, our trading evening routine. So we have this. Before we forget, let's do our late sheets. If you are using this swing trading strategy, why it may not work for this? Our 52 weeks low strategy allow us to buy close to 52 weeks low and sell it close to 52 weeks high. That strategy that we have used in the past will work well for it, but my swing trading strategy didn't. Do you see where we bought it? We bought it. Let me go to maximum daily chart. Okay, where are my arrows? Okay, so we bought it, we sold it, we bought it, we sold it, we bought it, we sold it, we bought it again there, and things went south from there. So 2023 we use our 52 weeks low and high type. We know that we can buy and sell it around holidays. The lowest point is around October, so we bought it and we sold it. Instead of waiting toward December or so, we just sold it at some point. But then we bought it around January and sold it, bought it and sold it. But then we bought it again and things didn't go as planned. It went downhill from there. Usually in summertime it goes high. It didn't do much in summertime, you see, compared to where we bought it. So we couldn't sell it, and now that it's somewhere here, I just sold it. Whether it's going to go up or not, continue to go up or not, does not matter to me. I just sold it and got out of it. Okay, so now we are going to go back to our one. While we are here, we can do. The one was BNS as well. So BNS, you can see that's where I sold it. And yesterday that computer was not working well for where I sold things. I can actually turn the arrow properly, because when I sell things I like to turn the arrow down, and I was not able to do that. And I think everything that I sold last time, I need to change the arrow properly for them. but SR. So those are things we bought for dividend purposes, and we sold them to free more cash for swing trading when they became positive. But you can see that type of zigzag company is now really what we swing trade. Not that you cannot swing trade, it's just that I don't swing trade those. I just didn't find them to be I just prefer upward stocks. So we have those here, and we are going to analyze them for today. And as you can see, out of the one we highlighted last time, we have COR, MCK, and NVDA. So if we go NVDA, I'm going to go to 1 year daily chart. You see NVDA pulled back again yesterday. We have a red bar there. And then MCK, so I saw that red bar around noon and I didn't buy it. So MCK pulled back as well yesterday, so I didn't buy it. COR pulled back yesterday, I didn't buy it. BKNJ, well, at the time I was buying it was green, but you see at the end of the day it was red. So we bought it yesterday, and it was the only one we purchased, but it became red, and that is something that can happen as well. And that is the only one out of COR, NVDA, and MCK that we bought yesterday. So if to analyze our chart, we are going to turn all those yellow to red. In fact, all those red to black. We bought this one, we will need to highlight it. I couldn't open this file yesterday, so I couldn't make any changes to it. So that's one thing. We purchased stocks, so we need to highlight them here. And we are now going to analyze their charts. And you can see all those homework that we are working on. That's what it takes to swing trade, at least in my opinion. RPM, we sold it. Because we sold it, we need to take the highlight out of there. So that means we'll be able to analyze the chart of it and buy it when it's ready. BKNG, we bought it, so I highlight that one. UGC and BN and SR is not something we swing trade. We're not going to worry about that. URI is something we swing trade, so we need to take the highlight off of it. And TM and TJ, yeah, let's take the highlight out of those two. And the next one is RSG, and the next one is FDS. Okay, so and that, yeah, so those are the one. We are going to lower this one and we'll start over. Let me plug my computer here. AJG, we only analyze the one that are not highlighted yellow. That means they are not the one. That means we don't have them in our portfolio. So AJG is going up. We need to wait for that red bar, which is a sign of a pullback, before we buy it again. So we are not going to do anything. The next one, oh hold on, we need to turn everything black here so that we can mark red what we are going to find for today trade. So CAT and CL. So CAT is going up. We need a pullback. We are looking for pullback. CL has that pullback, but it's in a downtrend. We are not going to do anything with it. COR and KC. COR. Okay, we have a pullback. If it start going up, we will buy it. So let's go and make it red. And KC. KC has a pullback. If it start going up today, we buy. And at noon, the one that we are marking red are the only one I will try to analyze the chart of from our stock watch list. I'll analyze the chart for anything that will meet our minimum profit target as well, and then I will sell them. So this one has a pullback and is still on our in the uptrend look trajectory. So we will make it red. The next one is DECK, DECK. DCEK is going up. Everything is green there. We wait for a pullback. The next one is FDS. FDS has a pullback. Things going up, has a pullback. If it start going up today, we can get it. Yes, Gabriel?
Tell you
what you read? No, I'm recording. So you'll fall. Okay, then tell me. So you have Google.
Or write it down.
Clear and loud.
Why do you want me to write it down?
I didn't tell you not to write it down. I said just don't copy word for word what is in the book. Use your own word to write it down. And you told me you do not copy word for word. You close the book. So that's fine if you want to write it down. So Google is in a downtrend. We are not going to do anything with it. HD. And Gabriel, you can go shower if you want. HD. I need to go shower the kids. So this is in a green.
Can I also later check Cheswap?
You want to check Cheswap? Yeah. The account or the chart? So this is green. We're not going to do anything. We need to pull back. Which one is it?
Basically the account.
The account? Okay, so when I'm done, I'll open the account for before I go shower Jaren. I'll let you know. And when you are done, you log out of it. Am I clear? The chart will be open, but make sure you log out of the account when you are done. LEN. Yesterday, some of you guys' account was kind of positive. I didn't click on it to see what was going on in it, but you guys don't have time to check those. At least weekend, you should go through you should do your chart analysis over the weekend, because you can still place orders on weekend to buy. I think you guys are not having trading in your account anymore, right? Since you made that minimum profit that I said.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can still check, analyze chart so that you can keep practicing what you did half of the year. So this is going up, you're not going anything. Even that is kind of downtrend here. So it needs to go past that downtrend before we can do anything after the pullback. So we'll go to MAR. MAR is going up. We have greens there, so we will leave it alone. And MCK, again, we are looking for a red bar for yesterday. So MCK, we have a pullback. Okay, so if it starts going up today, we can buy it. So we are going to put it again on the to-do list to check to see if it's going up or it's going down. MRK, don't really think we need to check this because it's in a downtrend. So it's in a downtrend and have a low there. We leave it alone. The next one is MSI. MSI has a pullback yesterday. So, and we sold it the Friday probably. So we have this big bar here. By the way, there are names for each one of those bars. Each one of those bars is 1 day activity. Since we are trading on a daily chart, they have names. I don't remember those names anymore, and I don't even trade focusing on what they are. But one way you can do that is, if you like, I think one of them is called a doji. I don't know which one is doji. I don't know if that's this one anymore. But there is one that will have a long bar at the bottom with a small rectangle on top, or a small rectangle at the bottom and a long bar on top, and whether it's red or green. So it can signify something for the next bar that will come. So if you are wondering, when you come across, it's like 3 of them that are kind of key. It's good to just look at the chart to see, to look for that bar that you are focusing on. Another one is full rectangle with no thick at the top or the bottom, or just a small like this one. It's good to look to see if you can find it again somewhere on the chart. You can use maximum daily chart to do that and go through them to see if you can spot that color and that size price bar to see the next price bar that happened. What happened? Did they go up or did they go down? And things like that. And if you see it twice on the chart, or more than twice, you can see it can go both ways. So that means there is a chance it'll go one way that you want it to go, or it'll go the opposite way. It's not 100% that those price bar name, what they say will happen next happens, if that makes sense. So over time, I stopped even thinking about them. But at the beginning of the year, when I was more, I focused on it at some point to get to know those bar, what they are, what they do, what happened after, because it's just to present the price fluctuation during the day, and people's behavior on the market as well can allow you to try to estimate or predict the next behavior that will happen the next day or so, whether the price will go up or go down or whatever. But again, I don't trade using that strategy, but there is so many ways you can swing trade, not just one way. So this has a pullback here. We have, and I don't really like to make it too close to my face. We had a little bit small. We can see the low. Since I'm not tracing the trend line, I can just eyeball it. I can see that we still have higher lows. Therefore, even though we have a big pullback there, let's go highlight it. If today we have a green bar going up, we will buy, or might buy. So NVDA, we have a pullback to that trend line, a sweet spot. If it start going up, we buy. So it has multiple days of pullback to reach the trend line that is started somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days of pullback after the earning. So let's go down. We have rope, ROP. No, we are not doing anything with rope. It's just too much zigzag going on. RPM that we sold, and like I said, that computer that I was using yesterday at work, personal computer, didn't allow me to turn those arrows where I sold. So it has to pull back before we do anything today. Therefore, we are not doing anything today with RPM. RSG, we sold it yesterday. We need to turn the arrow. Wow, that's multiple days of greens. And every single bar is a day. So that's the number of days that it was positive. And we bought it here. Maybe that day was green and then turn red on us by the end of the day, and then go that out. So it needs to pull back before we do anything. So let's go down. TJX, we have a cluster of T's to work with here. TJS is in the green. I thought I saw an arrow somewhere there. The arrow is kind of hidden there. Yeah, we sold it. You need to pull back before we can do anything. TMUS is in the green. You can turn the arrow down. That's where we sold it. And we are not doing anything with it. We have TRI and URI. TRI is in a downtrend. Now let it be URI. We sold it. It's in green. When it has a pullback, we can get in. I'm seeing a downtrend there though, a short-term down. You see? Okay, I just here. Okay, that's fine. If the pullback start going up and the pullback is high enough that we have a higher low compared to this, should be fine. So VRTX is down here. We let it be. Too much gap between that last high and that low. WMT, Walmart has a pullback yesterday. So if it start going up today, we get in. So let's make it red. WSO is in the green. So we need to wait for the pullback. See, we bought it here, pull back on us a little bit and start going up again. We sold it, and then we have those. So okay, so this concludes our chart analysis. So let's see how many we found. One, they are the red ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. We found 8. That's around noon. We will analyze the chart again to see if we'll find that first green bar after a pullback so that we can purchase some shares. Thank you so much for your time. If you are thinking about swing trading, I would suggest you learn a swing trading strategy that is good for your risk tolerance and start trading small, little by little, and keep adding more funds to your account and keep trading and master that strategy. Keep improving the sharpness to customize it to your liking, to your personality, your risk tolerance, your financial goal. And that is another stream of income beside your job. Thank you. We thank you very much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for all your comments. We thank you very much, you all that subscribe to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Cross of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninaso.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And trading stocks is one way to make money. Just make sure you choose a right, a reputable trading firm to trade with. And what I'm saying is, back up your document. For instance, for November folder, I have my files there, but times to times it's good to, save. Why not? Daily, save. After you save your file and close them, copy them from the main where you usually click on access them, copy and save some, so that if you have issue with your file, you can go to your backup and you might just maybe just 1 day of work or things like that, or 1 week of work. That will be a lot too. But from yesterday experience, I'll be backing them more, not just one time, because clearly it's not enough. So depend on when I did that backup and when I lose file, you saw how many trade we put on our spread. We do the record keeping of today. So can you imagine if the file, it turned out that my YouTube spreadsheet is the one that I actually couldn't recover. So my recording, I just couldn't, it got corrupt, and I pulled this one, and this one was November 11 that I saved a copy of. So what I did from November 11 to November 24th is not here, but at least I'm okay that it is not our swing trading spreadsheet that got corrupt, because that would be a lot to pull back on it. Because as we went through it, my last one was in October that I saved a copy of. That's how far back I will go. So that means all our November trading, I will have to put it back in it. So if you are not saving in the cloud, you might want to take time and just times to times, every few days, receive that file again in another folder, so that you don't have to, you don't lose multiple days or weeks of work that you have to reconstruct again. Thank you for your time. And for more of our swing trading videos, will you please check the playlist in the description titled Swing Trading. It will be at the end of the video on the screen as well. I don't know why I like to say in the screen, but on the screen. Thank you.